Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to the class. Students, today we will discuss a new topic in language of chemistry, that is limitations of chemical equations. In our previous video students, we had discussed about the balancing of equations, that how will you balance the chemical equations, and today limitations. You know that these chemical equations, they don't give some informations about that. This is its limitation, and the first one is the physical states of reactant and product, that is whether they are solid, liquid or gases. It is not known from the chemical reactions. Now second is the concentration of reactant in a reaction, that what is actually its concentration, it also not known. And the heat change, that is exothermic, heat is evolved, or is endothermic, that means heat is gained. This is also not cleared, and it does not give information about conditions, that what is about temperature and catalyst, and the nature of reaction, whether it is reversible or irreversible, it doesn't explain. So the above information can be added to a chemical reaction in equations, then we can remove its limitations. So first thing is the physical state of reactant product, that means solid, liquid or gaseous states of matter is represented by S, L or G. Okay, that means by S you will represent it the solid, and L for liquid, and for gas you will represent it G. Okay, now a solution in water is called an aqueous solution. There you will use the AQ. Okay. Now next one is, let us consider the reactions between sodium and water here. Okay. So let us consider the reaction between sodium and water. Here you will mention that this sodium is solid, H2O liquid, and when you will heat it, you will find this aqueous NaOH and CO2. And the concentration of reactant here, like zinc reacted with this solid form, it reacted with dilute H2SO4 and gives zinc sulfate when it is heated, and this zinc sulfate is aqueous and hydrogen is in gaseous form. Next one is the heat changes during the reaction, that means it is exothermic or endothermic. You know students, when in reaction heat is evolved, that it means it is given out, so it is called the exothermic, and when heat is required, so that is called the endothermic reaction. Okay. Now see here some examples. N2 plus 3H2. This is exothermic reaction since it produces the heat, and here in this case carbon plus oxygen, it requires the heat, so that it is called the endothermic reaction. So exo means outside and endo means inside. That means in exothermic heat will evolve, and in endothermic heat is required. So the conditions, next one is the conditions of a reaction. So some reactions takes place only at high temperature, whereas some takes place at low temperature. So some reactions are initiated with the help of the catalyst. Okay. So what are the catalysts? So these catalysts are the chemical substances, and that chemical substances which increase or decrease the speed of any reaction. For example, you know potassium chromate, this one is K2Cr2O7. Okay, potassium chromate, it decomposes in presence of manganese dioxide MnO2, and which acts as a catalyst in this reaction. You are seeing here this KClO3, this is the process to make the oxygen gas. Okay, this potassium chlorate, it is heated in presence of magnesium oxide, this one is in solid form and gives potassium chloride in solid, and here oxygen also. Now the nature of the reaction, you know that most chemical reactions proceed in both the forward and backward direction, that means they are reversible reactions. Okay, reversible reactions means when reactant converted into product, again that product can be converted into first form of reactant, that is called the reversible reaction. So this one is the reversible reaction, because again you can find with ammonia to this nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen, since here N2 plus 3H2 it forms the NH3, and this NH3 again it can give the N2 plus 3H2. So this one is a reversible reaction. Okay. Now students, chemical equations that tells us about reactant and product. It tells us about elements and the formula of compound. It tells about the number of atoms and molecules in reactants and products formed, and also tells about the number of atoms of various elements or ions which is present in one molecule of the compound. Students, this is keywords and next is question answer. So your chapter is finished. Do your exercise and learn it properly. Thank you everyone.